Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Barbarian and this is Crusader Kings 2 and we are today jumping into yet another episode of Carthage. The Republic rises, Carthage rises, and Sufet Adonibal, of son of Maud of Carthage, is of course going to be even more successful in this episode, at least I hope so. Now I do have to say that my work on the mod being compatible for HIP is practically done. I cut it down to exactly where it needs to be, except the titular titles of HIP that they use to change the sigil, for example, of England, depending on the culture of the holder. That is giving me a lot of trouble, meaning that, well, I hopefully will find a solution soon, but if not, then this may take some time. So pray for me, indeed. Pray for support that I get this done. Now, we were asked in the last episode by our society at the Punic Mercantile Guild, we were asked to go ahead with an embargo war, meaning that I would have to get somebody to attack one of the other republics. And my question is, can I get somebody to attack Ragusa? Because if I do, then, how do I do that again? I can't remember. Where was that button? It was like ask for embargo war, right? Ask to embargo, there you go. Why don't you try to embargo Ragusa, huh? You don't want to do it. If you lose the war, you will pay the reparations. Right, I at least have to offer it to him. And for that, we need some more money. So let's just wait. Maybe if we can make you attack Ragusa, maybe we can work that out. I mean, at the end of the day, even the Byzantines could be the person that does what we need them to do. And I was just thinking, man, he has a lot of money. And of course he does. I mean, think about it, you know. Malacca. Malacca will be ours. And I think we shall take Malacca right away. First of all, you know what, I'm actually going to bring it down. The mercenaries are losing us some money, but it is truly only some money. And I think I can live with that indeed. Why? I know we're plotting to kidnap this lady because she did something bad. She tried to murder one of my fellow kinsmen. But you know, what do you do at the end of the day? Elisa, what a nice name. Who are you? La Cantaria? Oh, really? That is all you? Have you started your own war? Oh my goodness, so you are actually infighting, you absolute idiots. You absolute fools. Hey, interest? Sure. Good God. I need to dissolve this soon, but I want to have one more war with just this mercenary army, and then we'll be good to go. Kill Reshev Hanonit. Excuse me, Jezebel? What? Jezebel, you actually make me mad. The more I see of you, and you know what? Is everybody trying to kill this man? Because I think she did the same. Jezebel. Where the hell is my Jezebel? I don't even find her. Jezebel, you know, it's sometimes you just do things that you're not supposed to do and think you're gonna regret that. A message arrives informing you that Grafo Damasha is planning to open a foreign trade route. As this route is intended to travel through your areas of interest, you are surely entitled to some compensation. Well, yes. Demand a monetary compensation. Thank you. I honestly approve of this. And I'm very thankful. Now, this is actually a man with a Wikipedia entry, so that is quite interesting. But in all honesty, I mean, I have defeated worse people than just a person with a Wikipedia entry. Maybe one day I shall have one myself. Oh, okay. Extended CBs have been unlocked for Merchant Republic's game rule. Wait, so they just turned it off now? What does that mean? I was able to use that in these cases. You know what? The game is kind of wacky here. I don't know what it is, but the mod is giving me some trouble, primarily because of the HIP thing. But either way, I do know. Take a look at this. I can seize, but I can't desist. I can't destroy, I mean. Let's take the Jura territory of Marmaria. That'll be fine. At least that works still. And I sincerely hope that this playthrough will not be cursed and have to be, you know, will have to be ended early. That would be absolutely devastating because I really like the idea of Carthage. And don't let me, you know, don't let this sound like I'm saying, oh, it's gotta be suspended and when the time comes. No. We're not there yet, okay? I'm just saying, good God, I don't like where this is going. Receive a report about the next sector to be surveyed. It appears that the area is there's a non-negligible number of ruffians and bandits. Right, I do have money, and I'm going to spend that. Because why not? We do have a huge and a big loan, both of which are definitely not a good thing for us. Gabal, welcome to the family, I approve. The more male children we get, the better it is for our purposes, because that will give us more trading posts. And more trade posts is honestly the best. I also probably... Who looted this? What happened here? When did you get looted, dude? When did that happen? I have no idea when that got looted, but here we are. I'm thinking at some point I probably want to build that up. I know there's an achievement and this is obviously not an achievement mode. What just happened? The chef was murdered by goddamn Jezebel. Jezebel, you're imprisoned. And honestly, I do want to execute you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Well, hello, Eshominaton. Still absent-minded, huh? And why am I educating in that? No, I changed. I gave him the wrong education focus. Now I'm getting an idiot. A fighting idiot. God damn it. I mean, I'm not even the right person to educate him, but I will be honest with you, Jezebel. This is unacceptable. And because of this, I'll execute you. You murdered my brother. Gotta be kidding me. I can't believe that she was quicker than myself when it comes to murdering somebody. You know, I guess I was kidnapping her, not directly murdering her, but even then. You go to the oubliette. That's what you get. Something is rotten in Carthage. I've had suspicions about a plot. Maybe an assassination or something. Horrifying, unraveling in front of my unseeing eyes. And I will find out what is going on. I think I may have found the culprits. Pain is long been right. We already did that, but I can do it again. Sure. I can get some more kids into those mines. I caught the cook and Bodpal plotting against me. When I confronted them, they denied it at first, but broke down eventually and confessed that they were planning to humiliate me. And how they planned to do that, they refused to say. I forgave them, even though it was hard. I don't know about that, dude. Nope. Those damn kids don't need no safety and no engineers and whatever else there is. You want to be in the council, huh? Patrician up to status. You know what? I don't need you. Get out of there. Get out of there. As excavations become deeper and wider, the roofs of the tunnels are becoming worryingly unsupported. Not too long ago, a few miners were crushed to death when a roof collapsed. I think I care. You seriously believe that I care? Stop asking me for money for this. Good God, I shouldn't have done that. It is so damn expensive. I will actually now have to take yet another loan. Game, what are you doing to me? Alright, at least the combat is over. Time to dissolve these troops. There you go. Good God, mining is expensive, let me tell you. I don't know if it all is worth it even to begin with. And it was not worth it. It was indeed with no success. We found absolutely nothing. Well, there you go. And you are now my vassal. I wish that weren't the case. I wish I could just take you out. But you know what? More land for Carthage is more land for Carthage. About half a year. Stop telling me that twice. I just had to pay double for this. Good God. Il Gisco Gisco. I have no idea who he is. Welcome, though. We receive a report about the next sector to be surveyed. There's apparently an old folktale about this area. Something about a magic bush. Right, we've seen that before. Why don't we do nothing? Because I just don't have the money. A member of the Great Trade League approaches you and tells that he is ready to buy a specific merchandise you have in your possession. Oh, right, we inherited that. It is the crate of gold ingots. Gladly or not interested. You know what? Gladly, absolutely. I need the money. Don't be crazy. A wealthy local noble is looking to escape the consequences of several indiscretions on his part against a female member of the Barak family. Sure, go ahead. Flee. Via my territory. Let's start to maybe repay some loans, yeah? Maybe we want to slowly but surely take care of that. This year was not the most productive for the wheat field in Sexy. They will need some extra help to reach their annual quota. I'll get personally involved. You know what? Sure, I'll spend the prestige. That's okay. You will not convert me. Oh God, and I really hope that none of my family members here, like the enemy families, I really hope that they don't convert. I never even thought about that, but that is something that may or may not be terrible for us. And you want to take revenge on Bodpal. You know what? Yeah, I dislike him. He did try to humiliate me that time. Alright, so far so good. Everything is going fairly well, of course. You know, the main issue in our way here, in our path at the end of the day, is still the fact that I barely have any money. And of course that we will literally lose this country if I die. Right, what's the next one like? You know what? I'm going to go into debt for that. And my Mefaket, to deal with it, there are some ruffians there. That's, you know, honestly, I've been in debt so many times. Don't even sweat it. Find out if she's cheating on me. Thank you very much. Wait. Oh, those are my no retinue. Okay, well. I think this is friendship. You are insane, but you are related to me, so I'm gonna say yes. I still am a bit mad that he, while still being in the Merchant Republic... Oh... What? I took him out, I gave him a republic, and that is the issue. I thought that he would overarch, because Merchant Republic can also hold cities, so that's what I thought would happen there. Somebody lost more money from me. God damn it. Dude, we're making 40 per month, that is insane. Hire more spies, sure. Dude, I'm already in debt. What's the big deal here? Abdel Malkat Levit, why can I do this? I don't know. I guess the child must be mine then. Well, you're lucky. Because the other wife is in prison. Give me a good song that isn't just people, monks singing. King is dead. Yeah, that sounds about right. My monetary funds are dead. Dude, I can't spend this. The workers found themselves in the province of Carthage. It appears that the local terrain and resources could properly support a shepherd community. It would require a large payment up front, but after a few years it will pay itself back several times over. Alternatively, you can ask your men to keep searching. You know what? Let's do it. Carthage gets sheep. And I get debt. Good God. Terrifying. Terrifying debt indeed. Could take a large loan, not that that would help us that much. Bertalo, there you are. Good God, he's strong. I'm a big fan. But right now, because of my monetary adventures here, we're a bit stuck, I'll admit. And this is something that has happened. So this is one of these problems. I'm playing with a version right now, and let's actually talk about this. I'm playing with a version right now that I haven't edited in a while. The actual version doesn't do this anymore. The actual version's problem, which is the only thing keeping it from being used and being released, is that the Pope and England and whatnot are getting random icons. Salerno as well, for example. That is the only issue, but this issue that I'm playing is still has all these titles that are not used by HIP, and because of that is having random people become kings. Not that I'm against it, because I mean it doesn't really further their, you know, power that much. For example, Königin Matilda of Maharashtra will not do anything, but it frustrates me because obviously that's not how it's supposed to work. But the more frustrating thing to me is where I fixed this, that when I fix it, as soon as I fix it, the Pope just gets a random symbol, because the EMF, so one of the parts of HIP is a bit more complex than base vanilla, you know, Ck2, making it so that every time that you have somebody do anything, they essentially go on and get different titles. So like as soon as you have a different culture and whatnot, they get, or different religion, they get a different title icon. And that is some issues. I'm honestly a bit frustrated, but don't sweat it, because this game, at least, you know, it still works. But what's the big deal? I wouldn't mind talking to Balhano some more. We could become friends. You know, Botbal has told me about him. You know what? Let's do it. Become friends. You are tiny. Hello, my tiny friend. How you doing, tiny friend? How nice to meet this tiny friend. The day the earth shook. The earth shook, the people screamed, and buildings cracked. A cloud of foul-smelling air swept over the village, making torches and fires burn bright green for several hours. It took a couple of days repairing the cracked buildings and salvaging items from the few older houses that had collapsed. Luckily, everyone escaped unharmed. I slowly walked through the city, examining the buildings and noting what remained to be repaired when an excited peasant approached me. Without bothering with formalities, he told me about a giant crack in the ground just outside his farm. He wanted me to come and inspect it and perhaps determine what to do about it. Why do you bother me? No, you know what? Of course, show the way, peasant. Well, I guess that's where we come from, huh? Wait, where is the... where actually is this? Shouldn't it give a... location here? Carthage. Okay, now we get it. Carthage actually has a hole in the goddamn ground. The foul smell that had swept over the city the day the earth shook slowly crept up on us, and I retched involuntarily. The wound that had burst open in the farmer's field spewed fire and brimstones, and we stopped, aghast at the sight. The flames and fiery stones threatened the bare ground around the gap. The farmer was lucky his fields lay fallow. Just over the ground. You know what? I'm gonna look at that closer. Let's check it out, boys. Wailings, screams, and cries for help seemed to emit from the burning gap. The farmer grew pale and refused to take one step further. I walked as close to the hell as I dared and tried to peek down. Apart from the occasional fiery stone and eyebrow-licking flame, I could see nothing. The wailings and screams seemed to increase until it felt as if my head would explode. I stumbled backwards, felt the ground shifting beneath my feet, and would have fallen into the pit if the farmer hadn't grabbed my arm and pulled me away from it. I need this gap closed now. You know what? Just a hole, right? No, let's find out. Let's find out about it. I don't believe in this, but this hole needs to go. I mean, it's an open hole, dude. I gave the wisest men and women of my court 3 days to come up with solutions on how to close this gap that seemed to open the whole way to hell. Within 3 days, they had all thought up different solutions to the problem by filling it with stones. That is a single solution, not different solutions. And I don't like that the Almorabiti, that's the name, that the Almorabiti dynasty keeps encroaching us. Rolling stones. Alright, they throw it in, and you know what? Keep shoveling. It worked. The gap finally closed. No more fury stones and flames. No more wailing voices from the underground. Done it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. Ooh, Castile is at war with somebody that is plowing them. Interesting. The Muslims are actually successfully defending their position there. Your Cohen Gadul, Cohen Adonis of Ilorki, has been discovered charging money for various... Why'd you do that? Why would you do this? But you know what? Disappointing but understandable. He is part of the religious elite, and I don't think that our character trusts the religious elite in any way whatsoever. It's interesting that he would do that right under my eye. Why do we have such a terrible Cohen anyway? He's not that good, I'll be honest with you. Have we gotten the sheep? Okay, so the sheep are not yet here on the province. I'm interested to get that going though. It should give us a modifier, is this true? Thieves Guild, highway robbers, smugglers. There's a group of carpenters in Carthage that are working right. I will actually support them. Because last time they came around and gave me some presents afterwards, which I was very, very thankful for. Very thankful indeed. Oh, let's rank up. What can we do after? Trade subterfuge. Able to sabotage a rival's trade and damage their income. Currently broken because I'm a dummy. First of all, not I'm the dummy. The modder is the dummy, but hey, he's not a dummy. He's a great modder. This is an amazing mod. I really love this one. I have advanced, even though it gives me no further benefits. Shepherd community in Carthage is finally done. You will periodically receive ducats or trade goods for as long as you are its lord. Yo, that sucks. Because I'm gonna lose it soon. When I die, I'm gonna lose this title. Ah, that really does suck. What do you want me to say here? As subjective opinions are always given, have always given me more praise and criticism. Thank you. Ukakul Kartalo has had some interesting ideas on how to improve the economy. I could adopt that, and I'm gonna say no. Actually, I like him as a friend. You know what? Sure. Here comes the interest. We are almost in the positive yet again, but we did get a shepherd's community, which I believe I will now see on the map. Yes, there they are. Shepherd community. Nice. So that's a nice resource that we can work with indeed. I could kill Sama, but why would I do that? I just don't understand. And we've really been struck down in this episode, in particular just because of the money missing. I'm also a bit disappointed that there has been no crusade so far. Ooh, what is going on here? News from China. See, I don't even know what China is. Don't even worry about it. Barcelona now owns the border region here in French Comté, I believe, is that? Maybe French Comté is also a bit further down there. I'm not actually sure. You, Safed Adonibal, are descended from the ancient Carthaginians, a proud and once prosperous people. You are surely blessed to have such a prestigious heritage. I mean, yes, I do. Nice. Thank you. I am blessed. I absolutely agree. What is this nonsense? It's a revolt, right? This year it will not be the most productive for the wheat field and sexy. They will need some extra help to reach the annual quota. Oh, I'll lose the prestige. That's okay. So, here's the deal. I will cut this episode fairly short, because then we don't have to spend as much time in this broken version. I'm going to fix this off camera. I'm just going to delete the Kingdom tier titles, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to fix that off camera. And I will hopefully be ready tomorrow to have the mod in its final stage. As I said, it is all complete except one thing, and that is this dynamic title thing going on. Or rather, the titular title thing going on, which is very frustrating, but I think I almost got it fixed. At least I hope so. And you can stand by, thank you very much. And at this end of the video, you know, it's very short today, I know, but as I said, let's not spend too much time. Ooh, I can eat you later. Oh, you fools, what happened here? Why is Orgel separate anyway? Oh, because he has a trade post here. I can actually attack him for that. That is big. Ooh, that's really good. We're gonna do that in tomorrow's episode. I'm certain. Absolutely certain indeed. Now, what I want to say is, I'm gonna cut it short here so that we don't have too much time spent in this buggy version. And starting tomorrow, it will be fixed, and maybe the mod will also already be out, hopefully. I want to say thank you for Carl and Benedict's contribution to the channel. They are channel members. I really appreciate it. If you do enjoy the content, do consider joining the channel as a member, because there is just so much value for me in it when it comes to being able to run this channel and not just having to hunt, you know, the views, but instead creating quality content. That is my hope anyway, that can kind of, you know, be financed via that. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Later, alligator.